from Cedar Quilts with a quick tip Tuesday for you. Most of you understand about setting your area for the size of the quilt and then planning out things. There's another really important thing about setting up an area though. In addition to knowing how big the quilt is and setting up your design, it's really important to know what your safety zone is. So let me show you. Most of us are familiar with going around and marking the area of the quilt, but actually one of the most important things that you need to know is how far back can you stitch without hitting the back bar, and how far forward can you come without hitting the belly bar. So once I have things all set up and I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to actually stitch on the quilt, this is what I do. I go all the way to the back next to the back bar and I come off about an inch, and I want to be outside of the quilt about an inch as well, and I'm going to hit area, select I like using the multi-point, and you hear that little ding, and then I'm going to come all the way forward to the belly bar and I'm going to back off about an inch, and again I'm going to hit multi-point. Then I'm going to go all the way around. You don't want to do a crisscross. You want to keep it as a nice rectangle. Again, all the way to the belly bar, come off about an inch, multi-point, and then go straight back all the way to the belly bar and then come off about an inch or so, and multi-point. And then what you see on here is how much space you can safely stitch without hitting the back bar or the belly bar. And that is really, really important. No matter what else you're doing, as you're setting up your design and you're figuring out whether it's blocks or whether it's an edge to edge, you want to make sure that the thing you're going to be stitching stays within your safety zone. And so every time you set up your pass and things are going there, remember your safety zone. The throat space and a little bit more than the width of the quilt, yeah, it's a really important thing so that you don't bump into your bars, especially when you're in computerized mode, because yeah, that's not so good. So now the handy thing about this is, now these rows are really obvious and I would actually put them closer together, but this is just so that you can see. When you have this pink box of your safety zone, where can you actually stitch? You can see that you'll be able to actually stitch out that first row. You'll be able to mark the start point of your second row. Even though you need to move the quilt, you're going to have to advance the quilt and move it up. You'll be able to stitch the next row, you'll be able to mark the next starting point, and you can see that very easily in your safety zone, that you can see a little bit of the previous row and whatnot. If you don't have this safety zone, then it's much harder to check and double check and triple check to see where your spaces are. But oh yeah, make an area for your safety zone, and then it's so much quicker and easier to be able to see where you're going to be stitching. I think that's a really helpful thing. If you'd like to learn more about basics on your computerized quilter, especially if you have Pro Stitcher or Pro Stitcher Premium, check me out on Cedar Quilts, Longarm Quilting and Tutoring on Facebook, or Cedar Quilts on YouTube, and check out my website for affordable and short classes at cedarquilts.com. Thanks so much. See you later. Toodaloo.